Hello again, grade 2. How are you? Today we'll start something new. We finish from shapes. We finish from 3D and 2D shapes. From fractions, we just start with telling time, measuring time. You know, when you want to ask your mother, what's the time? What the time? Yes. How your mother knows what the time is now? Yes, by taking her phone. Her phone has a digital clock, right? Yes. Some houses, or I love the kinds of clock they are. We call it analog clock with hands. Yes. Can you remember and remind me how many hands? Yes, perfect. We have 3 hands. You notice that one hand is the most fast one. Yes, the first hand we call it second hand. In this book, we will not talk with the second hand. We just talk with 2 hands. They are hour hand and minute hand. So here is lesson 1 in chapter 8. We're gonna talk about 300, page 322 unto 310. 82 onto 384, homework 161, 162. Let's start. My objectives, my goals. After the lesson, I have to tell the time in hour and half an hour. The essential question here, what is the unit of measuring time? Perfect, it's hour. So all the time I'm using hour when I want to measure the time. You have to focus here about these words. Analog clock, digital clock. Analog clock, digital clock. Let's see. Here is here is the clock. Yes. Can you see? This is we call it the analog clock. I wanted to say wait. I want to take yes. Before taking this, I wanted to see yes. Here is the two kinds of clock. Here is the analog, this one. Yes. Let's bring the marker. Yes, here is the analog clock. And the other one is the digital clock. What's the difference between analog clock and digital clock? Can you see from the picture? Yes, the analog clock has hands. This is 1, 2, 3. This is the fast hand I'll talk about, which is seconds. We will not talk about here in this book. We will just deal with these 2 hands. The mommy, what is the mommy? The mommy here, and the daddy. Yes. You know, here is the tall or the long hand, we call it hour hand. And the short hand, the tall hand, we call it minute hand. And the short hand, we call it the hour hand. Here is the digital clock. In the digital clock, I have to tell the time without hands. It's just number. Maybe it's easier for me. I said that the hour now is 12 and 45 minutes. But you have to know where are the minutes, where are the hour. For sure, here is the hour and here is the minute. HM. Do you remember HM? Did you buy from HM stores? Yes, the same. H for hour, M for minute. H for hour, M for minutes. So I'm using HM abbreviation for hour minutes when I'm reading and writing the time for the digital clock or digits. I'm writing hour first, then minute, because I have to do something else with the analog clock. Okay, let's see now. Here is it. Here is the clock. Here is the analog clock. Can you see? It is a half special numbers, only from 1 to 12. But teacher, can you remember how many hours in a day? Yes, 24 hours. 12 of the hours are AM and 12 are PM. The AM means when you sleep at the midnight, when it's 12 in the midnight, it's the AM start. It's still moving, and you wake up in 6 in the morning, you eat your breakfast in 7, and then you go to school, then you make a break salah in at 12 p.m. So p.m. start from 12 p.m. and continue another round. Here is in 2 p.m. you go to home, then 4 p.m. you eat your lunch, and in 6 p.m. doing your homework, and 8 p.m. going to bed, and you are sleeping, snoring here until 12 a.m. start again, and we have a new day. So we have 24 hours in a day, 12 hours are AM, 12 hours are PM. We will talk about PM and AM later. Let's focus with our mother and father. I told you mommy with the red one and daddy with the green one. Okay? Now, because the minute word is so long, that's why its hand is long. And the hour word is short, so its hand is short. Can you write hour here? Let's write together. Let's write the minute. Which word is longer? Perfect, the minute. So I put for the minute the long hand, and for the hour the short hand. And that's it. Okay? So I remember long hand for minute, short for hours. Long hand for minute, short for hour. If you don't remember, remember the words. Minute word is longer than hour word. So that's why its hand is longer than ours. Let's go back again. Yes. Here is, I have an empty clock. Why I put it here? To discuss together how I will reading the time. Here is it. I told you this is the minute hand. Okay? The minute hand moving. Okay? When it continues a full round, it will be 1 hour. So if this one is the hour hand, so when the minute hand moves a full round, the hour hand only moves from this number to this number. It will be the next hour. Okay? Yes. Let's erase again. Now, you know, number 12 doesn't mean 12 minutes. No. Number 12 in the analog clock means three things. The first thing is 0 minutes or o'clock or 60 minutes. So when I make a full round, I make 60 minutes. When I'm from 12, a full around back to 12, I make 60 minutes. When the minute hand stands here, I don't say it's 12 minutes. No, it's wrong. I said it's 0 minutes or o'clock or o'clock. So 60, I use 60 when I calculate. But when I'm telling time, I'm using 0 or o'clock. O'clock for telling time with analog clock or the first way, and 0 minute for the next way. So we are focusing about the first point, that when the minute hand is on 12, that mean is o'clock. That mean is o'clock. Now let's go. Raise again here. Okay. Let's see. Do you know from this line to this line is 1 minute? So if the minute hand is on number 1, how many minutes I have? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So number 1 is 5 minutes. Number 2, 5? No. It's what? Perfect. It's multiplying 2 by 5. 2 by 5 equals 10 minutes. So do you remember the multiples of 5? It's the same. I'm skipping by 5. How many minutes for 3? Perfect, 15. How many minutes for 4? 20. How many minutes for 5? 25. For 6? 30. For 7? 35. For 8? 40. For 9? 45. For 10? 50. For 11? 55. Perfect. In this lesson today, we will talk about o'clock and 30. So remember, for number 6, I have 30 minutes. For 12, I have 0 minutes. All my explanation here is about the minute hand. Let's see now the clock hand. Oh, sorry, the hour hand. I'm erasing now. We'll talk about the hour hand. You remember when the hour hand is moving, that means 60 minutes past. Let's see now. The hour hand, if the hour hand is exactly on the number, that means it's 1 o'clock. That means the minute hand is on 12. But when the hour hand, I'll change the color. When the hour hand is between 1 and 2, that means it's not exactly 1 o'clock. It may be closer to 1 o'clock and 25 minutes. Today, we'll talk about 30 minutes. Okay, so the hour hand is moving. It's not still in its place. It's moving. When the minute hand is moving, the hour hand moving, but slowly. Slowly. See, when I have 30 minutes, the hour hand is between the 2 hours. It will be 2, but still in the middle between 1 and 2. So let's say another thing. Do you remember the fraction when I partition a circle into halves? Let's partition this hour into half. Perfect. So this is a half, this is a half. When the minute hand is on 6, I have to read it half past. Past means and. Past means after. Okay? So half past. So number 6 is what? Half past. Only 4 minutes hand. I'm not talking about the hour hand. Only the minutes hand. Half past. So if the minutes hand on the 12, it's 0 or o'clock. If the minutes hand on 6, it's half past. And how many minutes for 6? 6 times 5. Perfect, 30. Now, this is the way how I tell the time. Let's see now by practicing. Here is, I'm telling you that each number represents minutes. Here is 5 until 55, and then I go again to 0. Yes, here is it. I told you, when I'm moving from 12 to 30, I make a half. So when I want to tell you about this time, I told you it's the first way is writing HM. That means hour minutes. What the hour here? I'm looking to the hour hands. Yes, it's between 3 and 4, so it's still 3. And I put the colon here. And how many minutes for here? 6. Perfect, 30. The other way is writing half past, then the hour. So it's here is 30 because it's a half past. And with the hour, 3. Okay, so 3:30, half past 3. Or I can write 3:30 in the word form, 3:30. So this is the way how I write the time. 3 ways. 3:30, half past 3, or 3:30 in words. Okay? So half past will come before the hour. But in the digit form, the hours first, HM. We will do it more here. Let's see. Now, I want to, before starting this, I have to say this is 0 and this is 30. Okay? To remember. Now, the minutes hand where? 0. So it's what? 10. I don't say 0 when I'm reading 10 o'clock. Okay? Yes, I'm writing 0, but I have to say it's 10 o'clock. Or I can write it 10 o'clock. Let's see here. I write 0 up and 30 down. Where are the minutes? Yes, in 30. What the hour? Yes, it's between 1 and 2, so it's still 1. It's 1 and 30 minutes. Or the other way for writing, yes, half past. Very nice. Half past today. Half past 1. So half past, then the hour. Let's check here. Here is I have the digital form. Where is the hour? 3 or 30? Perfect, 30. So it is 3. How many minutes? 30. 3:30. Let's make it in another way. 3:30. Another way using how many minutes for 30? Where is the hands? Yes, it's here. In 6, what I call 6. 30 minutes. Perfect. Half past. So it's half 3. Now, here, 11. Here is the hour, and here is the minute. HM. Get with the hour, 11. How many minutes? 0. It's 11 o'clock. Perfect. See the next. It is matching. Let's read. 2:30. Half past, that means 30. Where is 30? Yes, 30 is here. Is this 2? Yes, perfect. This is 2:30. 1 o'clock. What is 1 o'clock? 1, that means the minute hand on 12. Where is here is on 12? Yes, and hour here on 1. Perfect. Half past. Half past means 30. 30, half past in the half. Half past 6. This is half past, yes, but let's take the hour hand. No, it's after 7. I need half past 6. Haha. 6:30. This one. Half past 7. Yes, I found it. It's down. 11 o'clock. O'clock means 0. 11. 11. 8 o'clock. Clock means 0. Perfect. Let's see the next. It is write the time on the digital, draw the hands on the analog. Let's write now. Before writing, I write 0, 30. So what's the minutes here? The minutes hand here in on 0. And what about that 11? Yes, exactly 11. So here is, I said it's HM, the hour hand 11, the minutes hand 0. Again, here is 0, here is 30. Where is the minute hand? 30. What about the hour hand? Yes, between 6 and 7, so it's still 6. I write HM. How many hour I have? Perfect, 6. How many minutes? 30. Again, here is 0, here is 30. What about the minutes? Perfect, 0. What about the hour? Exactly on 9. HM. So here is 9 and 0 minutes. Let's see here. They said the draw hand. I know this is HM. So 1 hour and 34 minutes. Which number equals 30 minutes? Perfect. All the time, I'm making the minutes first. Now 1 o'clock. No, it's not 1 o'clock. It's 1:30. So it's between 1 and 2. Between 1 and 2. Remember, the hour hand is moving. Now I make a line. HM. 2 hours and 0 minutes. Let's draw the minutes. Minutes on 0, which number? Perfect, 12. And 2 hour exactly on 2. Now, HM. 8 hours and 30 minutes. Let's make 30. 30 is a half now. 8, it's exactly an 8. No, it's between 8, sorry, it's between 8 and 9. Let's go now. This is the problem solving. The clock shows 10 o'clock. What time will the clock show after 2.5 hours? So it is 10 o'clock. I want 2 hours after and a half also. So let's jump. Here is the next hour. The next hour. I have 2 hours more. So my new hand will be 12 o'clock, right? But they ask also a half. So let's move the minute hand on the 30, and the hour hand now is not on the 12 exactly. Perfect. It's between 1 and 12. So an hour now? Exactly. It's 12:30. Now, Charles used a digital clock to write the same time using words. He wrote 12 o'clock. This time shown on the analog clock, explain. Here is a 12, and he make it like this. This is 12 o'clock. Excellent, for sure not. He put the minute hand instead of the hour hand. Excellent. So is he correct? You say no. Now we have to match. Here it is. Use number to show the hours and minutes. Use an hour hand and minute hand to show time. Yes. Which clock has hands? Analog or digital? Perfect. It's analog. And for sure, the other one will be digital. So this is the lesson for today. You have to focus here. The first thing, that the hour hand is shorter than the minute hand. Hour hand shorter than minute hand. Now, 1 hour equals 30 minutes. 1 hour equals 30 minutes. 1 hour equals 30 minutes. 30 minutes? No, 60 minutes, sorry. 1 hour equals 60 minutes. So half an hour, 30 minutes. Half an hour, 30 minutes. Yes, the other thing that you have to focus when I'm writing my time in the digital form, I'm writing hour then minutes. But when I'm using half past, I write half past first, then I will write the hour. Okay? So just bring any clock you have it at home and practice all the time how I read it for your family. Thank you, teacher. Sorry for my voice because I'm a little bit sick. I love you, all of you. See you later, Habibi. Bye bye.